to the depths where they belong!
Yeah!
K-pop Demon Hunters is a musical fantasy film produced in 2025 by Sony Pictures Animation and was directed by Maggie Kang and Chris Applehans. This movie is based on a story conceived by Kang and her desire to create a story inspired by her Korean heritage. The film blends elements of mythology, demonology, and K-pop to create a visually and culturally grounded story. It follows a Huntrix, a K-pop girl group that includes 3 members, Rumi, Zoe, and Mira. They live double lives as demon hunters and rival against a viral boy band, the Saja Boys, whose members are secretly demons. The scene that will be analyzed is an important scene in establishing the power dynamic that Huntrix has with the demons at the beginning of the movie. It starts with Rumi confronting one of them, prompting them all to reveal their true form. The demons attempted to threaten the girls but failed, leading to a fight sequence in which the Huntrix quickly gained the upper hand. The scene analyzers showcase the 12 principles of animation, popularized by Frank Thomas and Ollie Johnston. Appeal is a key animation principle that makes characters visually engaging, capturing and holding the viewer's attention. The way the demons are posed contrasts sharply with the Huntrix characters. Throughout most of the scene, the demons have slouched silhouettes, a posture commonly associated with evil characters. The demon's design is clearly evil-coded, with menacing eyes and patterned bodies. According to Hooks, empathy is important when animating villains. The character design is deliberate, preventing audience empathy. In contrast, the Huntrix girls are often shown standing upright, reinforcing their strength. The human features and traits, like the burping, make it easy for the viewers to empathize. Solid drawing for 3D animation is the process of ensuring the correct weight, balance, distribution for the characters. Creating clear negative space around the character is key to making the pose visually appealing. This can be achieved through asymmetrical posing and avoiding twinning. According to Thomas and Johnston in Disney animation The Illusion of Life, symmetrical poses often appear stiff and lifeless. In this scene, Mira's head is slightly tilted to the right, her bubble tea is held in her left hand, and her hips are shifted in the same direction. The asymmetry of this pose effectively creates a compelling negative space. Secondary action is a principle that supports and emphasizes the main action within the scene by incorporating a subtle movement to give the character more depth. This is evident in the scene where the demon's main action is speaking, while the secondary action is the clenching of his fists. This showcases his goal to express anger and to intimidate the Huntrix, though he failed to do so. Squash and stretch add a sense of weight, as living forms naturally shift when in motion. In this scene, this is used when the demon is stepped on by Rumi and reacts in surprise and pain. With the initial stomp, the demon's head and body squash down before she stretches upward and screams in pain. As she yells, her facial features are exaggerated through the stretch, enhancing the expression of pain. This contrasts with her Rumi facial expression, which appears slightly squashed as she squints her brow. Her face remains mostly still throughout these scenes, further emphasizing the contrast with the demon exaggerated panic expression. This highlights the power dynamic between the two. Rumi is calm and composed, while the demon is visually distressed and overwhelmed. In real life, actions occur in sequences. In animation, anticipation prepares the audience for the main action, making events clear and understandable. This adds realism and believability, which makes the scene more engaging for the viewers. Since the scene being analyzed is a fight scene, the principle of anticipation is used extensively. For example, when Rumi is about to throw the kettle at Mira, she lifts her legs and swings them, building anticipation for the powerful throw. Objects in real life must gradually accelerate when they start to move and decelerate when coming to a stop. Applying ease in and ease out makes sure to add realism in the animation. During Zoe's montage before the fight scene, she turns her head before looking directly at the camera. The principle is applied here as the turn begins slowly, speeds up as she faces the camera, and then gradually slows down to a stop. While this scene is short, the animation is smooth, adding realism into the scene. Animation is all about timing, and the most principle of animation relies on this. When animation requires slower movement, the principle of ease in and ease out is often applied. This has already been discussed in the last section with Zoe montage. The montage of the Huntrix girls contrasts with the action that follows, creating anticipation for the fighting scenes. The rapid pace of the battle highlights their confidence as they defeat the demons. When considering staging, you need to put yourself in the role of a film or theater director. This is where the concept of rule of thirds and leading line can be helpful in staging a scene. The rule of thirds divide a scene into a 3x3 grid, creating movement and avoiding static, centrist compositions. While this is popularized in photography, animation, and film also utilize this. In this scene, where all three of the Huntrix girls are present, their placement aligns with the rule of thirds. Mira occupies the left third of the frame, Zoe the right, while Rumi stands prominently in the center, drawing the viewer's focus. This further demonstrates Rumi's role as the leader of the group. Moreover, the airplane's leading line directs the viewer's eyes toward the Huntrix girls, emphasizing their importance in the scenes. Most action in real life follows an arc trajectory rather than a linear one. Movements that follow an arc allow the animations to be more realistic and natural. The animation principle of arc is strongly present in the fight scene, especially in Rumi's dynamic movements as she kicks and throws the demons. The scene used to demonstrate anticipation also follows an arc. According to Thomas and Johnston, as one part arrives at the stopping point, others may still be in movement. This is the main point of the principal follow-through and overlap, and it makes the animation seem more realistic. When Rumi pulls the demon's arm, the demon's body moves toward her first, followed by the head. As the body moves, the force of the pull causes the head to follow afterward. Straight ahead and pose to pose are two principles in one, each addressing different approaches to animation. Straight ahead action involves animating one scene after another from beginning to end, whereas pose to pose involves planning key poses first and then filling the in-between later. As for 3D animation, both straight ahead and pose to pose are used to create dynamic animations. Pose to pose animation is used more in the fight sequences, as these moments require careful planning to ensure each movement reads clearly on screen. In contrast, straight ahead animation is used for smaller movements, such as hair and clothing, to make the scenes feel livelier and engaging.